hoping the sun doesn't come out.
Yeah, and everything will melt.
The sun will melt and then I'll slip or anything.
Yeah, it'll be
Alright, so I'm now recording. I'm just going to do one more thing with the color.
Alright.
Don't you hate these mainstream media? It takes about 10 minutes. But I don't want to blow his interview. I'll ask him first. Go ahead.
Okay,
but the results...
Go ahead.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Go.
Okay, my first question I'd like to ask you is, what is the settlement that we're talking about here?
Well, the settlement...
What's your name?
My name's Julian Renaud.
You represent what?
I represent myself, I suppose, in a lawsuit that I filed against Brad Woodside, the city of Fredericton, and Murray Jamer.
I thought you guys were supposed to say that.
I already know. I do have some questions though.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry to let him interrupt you. I'll answer your question in a second.
Go ahead.
So,
what is the settlement?
What is the settlement? There are two conditions to the settlement. The first and most important condition is that the city of Fredericton has to release a public statement as to what happened on those few days, December 31st, 2011 to January 3rd, 2012. We required...
I'm going to stop you right there. I got to make sure your frame's not in the sock. So,
I thought he was, no, the camera said he was looking at me, so I thought...
Right.
Is that all right? He's looking at me?
Right,
okay, it's all right. Hey, look at that. Part 2 is getting better.
I'm just trying to be professional.
It's all right.
Oh, okay, so your arm got in it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
All right, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Problem at all.
Okay, it's all right. Start again. Okay, so
you're talking about a public statement that the city has to make?
That's right. There are going to be two conditions to the lawsuit. The first is that a public statement needs to be made by the city of Fredericton as to what really happened back in January of 2012. The thing is, we were accused of violating bylaw provisions that don't exist, and we could not let that go. We couldn't let the mayor get away with accusing us of violating fictional bylaw provisions. So we required the statement to say something to that effect, and it does. Now, we can't reveal the exact wording of the statement until January 6th of 2014. The reason for that is that the city's lawyers and Brad Woodside, the mayor's lawyer, were concerned that their clients might get sued by others opportunistically because the admissions that are in that public statement are so strong that others involved with Occupy could sue them based on those admissions. I don't think they would, but they were concerned that that might happen. So there's a 2-year limitation of action period with this kind of thing, which means that you can't sue them more than 2 years after they did something that's worth suing them over. So those 2 years will run up January 3rd, 2014. So they're releasing the statement on January 6th, 2014, so that it won't be an issue.
How are they going to release their statement? Where is it going to end up?
They're going to put it on the City of Fredericton website. I don't think they intend to hold a press conference or anything, but that might end up happening too. Hard to say.
But the statement was a big part of what you were looking here for.
That was the most important part by far.
Is there an apology in that?
I want to talk about it directly, but I can't really talk about it directly yet.
Can you tell me kind of what they did tell are there things that you're not allowed to say at this point?
I can't disclose the amount of the financial settlement, which is the second part of the settlement, and I can't reveal the wording of the public statement. However, it's pretty easy to infer what's in the public statement. It's exactly what I've been asking for the last
So why
year
are
and a
we
half.
having this interview?
We're having this interview now because today we just settled the lawsuit. Today is December 2nd of 2013. And we actually had 3 days scheduled for trial starting tomorrow, December 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And the defendants contacted me a few weeks ago, and they made it very clear that they did not want this going to trial, and so they wanted us to negotiate a settlement. So